afternoon, everyone. Several weeks ago, our teacher asked us to describe ourselves in one word, and I said maybe it's resourceful because I can always get some free resources of movies and things like that. But actually, it's from my friend's evaluation to me, which can be traced back to the story I'm going to tell today. So it's an evening of last summer. I went for a movie with my boyfriend, and this movie is called Xiu Chun Dao, which is the latest movie of my favorite actor Zhang Zhen, which is this guy. Okay, so at that time, Zhang Zhen have ever acted in so many literary films and honored by several valuable prizes. So I was quite satisfied with his performance at that film like that, and it's so attractive and fascinating, and I can't even ignore the boy sit in my back whispering all the time. And it's quite wonderful to see your man's movie with your boyfriend. So, but actually I cannot ignore the actress in that film at all, which is this one. Some of you may know her, who is a very famous actress in China called Yang Mi, and she is famous for various kinds of gossip and have ever acted in lots of TV serials which get bad rates. So I think I do not intend to deny her value as a celebrity because she has pretty face and always in good shape, and also she is quite skillful at using this gossip to earn more money or earn more chances for herself. But I think she just did quite bad at acting while she is famous as an actress. So I even dislike her more when I got the news that she's going to act it in that movie, and I didn't get any I didn't get any emotion from her performance in that films because I think it's just like a doll in that films. So I think in some way she destroyed these whole films because the others' performance and the story, the scenery, the clothing, even the lights were just perfect. So I posted that it's a cut of Yang Mi in Xiu Chun Dao. It's an Asian version of Tiny Towns. Tiny Towns is another movie which Yang Mi acted in and is famous for its low grades. It's this one. You can see it's even the same facial impression. So even for now, I don't think I did anything wrong in this thing because I think I just make a comparison between these two works and I didn't say anything mean, but it began a disaster. In the 3 hours after I posted that in the Chinese Twitter, I received more than 50 comments from her fans. You can see from the Horizon one, they said I'm so mean, are you blind and things like that. Actually, I think some of those statements just make no sense, like go to be an actress and see if you can replace her. So you need to be a better cook than the restaurant. So in that case, you have the chance to make comment in the food at the restaurant. It just didn't make any sense, but to be honest, I just went blank at that time because I think I was just in the deep self-doubt, and I was wondering who am I, where am I, what I'm doing, and why so many people just blamed me just because of my words and my post. So fortunately, there are also some comments which are just on my side. You can see from the vertical ones, like no wonder why I found it so familiar and things like that. And some of my friends also defend against those crazy fans for me. And actually, we even be ahead in that battle for a while. But what impressed me most during the whole thing is that one of the crazy fans even kept making comments in my personal page for a whole week. You know, it's quite terrible. For this whole week, you received various kind of malicious comments from a stranger, and it just makes you feel bad. So I just got annoyed because she's continued to attack myself and even my friends. And guess what I did? It's maybe the most important part of this story because do you know Alibaba? And I bought a service on Alibaba which can help you to make some bad comments on one's homepage, like 100 bad comments on the homepage. Maybe some of you may disagree with what I did, and maybe it's not a wise decision I made, but actually I think she deserves to feel what it's like to be bullied by others, by a stranger, I mean. And also I found that I clicked into her homepage and I found that lots of photos, lots of selfies about herself, and also I found that her life is not so smooth. She always complains about her low-paid job and failed to find a boyfriend and things like that. So I found that the things she did for her idol is maybe the only resources of her achievement. You know, just some of those fans accompanied with her to persuade one guys who have different opinions to believe in that opinion that their idol was the best in the maybe in the university. So I came to a conclusion that as for this guys, cyberbullying is the source of achievements, maybe in some guise of justice or fear or things like that. So actually, it comes to the point of this story that do not provoke a girl rationally. So here comes to the second story. It's my friend's story, and my friends also went through a cyber violence just as me. If you guys ever played online games with some strangers, you will know it's quite common to have conflict with those strangers. And this situation just happened to my friends, and the guy just called some bad names about her all the time, even after she quitting the game. So those words are even get more insulting. So she is quite upset and even crying for a while, but she's more revengeful girl than me. So she decided to take a serious kinds of activity to fight back the cyber violence. The first step is that she managed to find some personal information about that unlucky guy, just like her telephone, her selfies, and even her ID number. I don't know where she get this information, but she just managed to do it. And she used this information to threat that guy for an apology, which is quite reasonable, but it didn't work. So the next step she takes is I just mentioned she found some of his selfies on his maybe social account or something. So she just used the selfies and some personal information to sign up in an app called Blue, which is the Chinese Tinder among gay people. So she even beautified this guy's selfie from this to that, and used this photo to hook up with several guys and told them to text and call this number. And at the same time, she also put this guy's telephone on some websites like the male hospital or some real estate agency. So it just can bring some harassment to this unlucky guy. And in addition, she also told his friends. I mean, she packed all the photos of those insulting words and sent to his friends according to the social accounts. And actually, I can't remember clearly whether this guy apologized dries the knot at last. But the thing is, maybe sometimes you think it's just simple words to a stranger. It can hurt the stranger a lot, and maybe it can cause a butterfly effect, which is always out of your control. So it comes to that point, you never provoke a girl rashly. So, and the third story I'm going to talk about is this TV series. If any of you may familiar with that, one of those actors who is famous for a bad guy role in this TV series called which is this one, and this actress have been attacked by various kinds of huge fans of this TV series ever since this TV series are showed in TV, and this situation never get better. Even she get married, and this TV series just finished, and she even had a baby. But the thing is, the situation even get worse after she had a baby, and she posted on Weibo that welcome to my daughter and things like that, and also some photos about her daughter, and just one of those fans make some comments about some malicious words, and also make a cruise on her daughter. So she got so angry that as a celebrity, she reposted that post, and also she used some F words. It's quite rare in China for a celebrity to use F words to normal people, but surprisingly, there are few people who just blame her misbehavior of dirty talking, and while lots of those voices are just on her side, and more and more people became to realize that it's quite common for those bad guy actors to be attacked on the internet, and many key opinion leaders began to support and stand against against cyber violence to those ordinary people. But from this thing, we got to know that maybe in our opinion it's quite common. I mean, this celebrity just receives some various kinds of comments every day, but actually some of them are just as fragile as our ordinary people. So it's not the right thing to attack them or make some cruise on them and their families. So from this story, I found that everyone has a right to stand against cyber violence. I mean, both the celebrity and the ordinary people, we are not deserved to this bullying from others, and also we need to fight against it. So when talking about cyber violence, many of us will think about some negative emotions such as be threatened and terrified, and it's quite scary. But although the three stories I told today, the characters are both victims and perpetrators in this cyber violence. I do not think that defend cyber violence with cyber violence is quite a wise decision. I believe there is something wiser and better to define it. But the thing I want to emphasize is that we need to fight against it if we being bullied by the stranger. And every one of us, if we get bullied, we just need to fight back bravely. So that's all. Thank you.